Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and I want to thank you so much for joining me for another foundation review video. Today's video is going to be all about Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation, more specifically this bottle in the shade Y480. Shameless foundation is on my face currently just to give you a little preview of what you can expect the finish to look like. But if you're wondering why my face looks different on each side, that is because of the applications that I tested in this video. So if you're interested in either one of those things, then please keep on watching. Alright, it comes in this plastic, very durable bottle. Perfect for traveling. ASMR tingles. Perfect for traveling. It is slim and lightweight. I know like glass foundation has like a nicer feel, but honestly, if this works out for me, I will take this traveling exclusively. It's so compact. Like there's 1 fluid ounce in here that's comparable to typical foundations, and it's so slim and small and you can squeeze out as much as you need. Brains, that is brains. So I'm gonna get started today. I'm gonna use a little bit different primer than I normally use. I want to switch it up a little bit. I'm using the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. It has soothing rosehip and argan oil for pore perfection. I'm just gonna smooth that all over my face. It feels similar to the Benefit Professional for me. That kind of chalky silicone texture, where it doesn't feel like the Smashbox Pore Perfecting Primer, where that just feels like slippery and kind of a little bit greasy. It feels like almost that mixed with like a little bit of like mattifying stick. I don't know how to explain it. Let me know if that made sense to you guys. This is the little paper it came inside with. She is so pretty to me. Oh my gosh, I love the freckles. But it is telling me that this is going to be a lighter coverage, a youthful look. So I'm assuming it's going to be pretty low curve. Let's see. Self-setting finish, invisible SPF. That I have to see, because on darker skin especially, you can get that white cast and then you get hit that flash on the SPF skin. It's just like and it is a Shameless medium build coverage with the first ever flashback free SPF and exceptional hydration. That's a lot of bold claims. Self-setting, invisible SPF, medium buildable. I don't know, that's probably not a buzzword. Flashback free with hydration. I'm gonna start with this much. Let's see how this goes. I believe at one time this was an IT Cosmetics brush. If not, then I don't know. I'm just gonna paint it on and then blend it out. I'm wondering if I have to work fast with this because it is self-setting, and I'm assuming that means it's going to start setting pretty fast. I definitely need a lot more foundation than that, especially using with this brush. So this is this side. This is done with the brush, and I didn't wet my brush like I normally do when I have a lighter coverage foundation to kind of help sheer it out. So I don't know, I feel like the coverage is pretty good. You can see some spots still coming through, like on my cheek and a little bit on my under eye area. I'd say light to medium coverage. More on the medium. It says it is buildable, but at the same time I don't think I want to do that. I'm gonna actually do the other side of my face by spraying the brush with a little bit of water and see if that helps it spread out a little more. Not water, I'm gonna use Fix Plus and dampen this brush. That is what I would normally do anyway, so why not do it in the video, you know? That way I can see and you guys can see like if you should. Let me know if you wet your brush before you use it. I feel like it helps it spread out and it doesn't use as much product. It is applying a lot easier. So now the coverage is way lighter, but this feels like something I would actually want to build on. It almost looks like it's a different color. Like this side looks, I guess it's the coverage, but it looks lighter and this side looks darker. I could see this working if I did color correct before I started. It looks so crazy to me because half my face looks made up and the other half just looks not. It would probably be less coverage if you used a damp sponge. So this is the finished look. This side of my face was done with the dry brush, and this side of my face was done with a brush misted with some Fix Plus. You can kind of see a little bit of coverage difference. It does look pretty smooth overall. I'll zoom you guys in so you can see. My skin looks good. You can still see some texture. You can still see definitely blemishes and dark spots. Do I look younger? That's my question. Do I look younger? I don't know what side I like better though. I feel like this side because it has more coverage, but that's not the point of the foundation. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and then I will come back to you guys with the finished look. I'm not gonna set the rest of my face, just under my, I don't know how I feel about that. It just feels like I'm setting it up for failure, you know? Like, that just should be an added bonus that it self-sets, and that I could still use powder and it should last longer because it's self-setting. Are we feeling this lip color? Because I'm feeling this lip color. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Seraphine. Okay, so now the foundation has a little bit more time to set. This side, I think, looks the best, the side that I used the dry brush on, because the coverage is there, the finish is there. I'm not noticing too much in terms of texture, and I'm not concerned about not setting down here or any of that. It doesn't seem like it's gonna slip. It doesn't feel sticky or anything, it feels fine. This side, on the other hand, I'm a little concerned about. It looks off to me, honestly, because I think it is lighter coverage, yet still dried down to a matte. It feels kind of weird. I feel like it looks weird in person because there's barely any coverage and you can still see that it's dried down to a matte-ish texture, so it just looks off on the skin. So I will say, if you're going to use a brush, I would use a brush dry versus using a brush wet. But that's just my opinion. You do you. Always. I'm a little nervous on the flashback aspect because this does have SPF 25 in it, and that's a little concerning, especially if there's going to be flash photography involved. Normally you would want to go for a no SPF foundation, like if you're going out for the night, you know, people are going to be taking pics. Avoid SPF at all costs if you're going to be taking flash pictures. We're out here walking these dogs, and this is the foundation in natural lighting. I feel like you can't really see it because it's so bright outside. Say hi, Michael. Hey guys, this is my final check-in of the night. The makeup has been on for about 10 hours. It's 11:30 right now. I have to say, I'm shook about this foundation. I don't look oily at all, and I didn't set the rest of my face except for under my eyes. Honestly, I'm so surprised. Marc Jacobs was not lying when he came out with this foundation. I did not even have to blot at all. There's no oil on my skin. My nose doesn't look oily. My chin doesn't look oily. You can tell that some of the other makeup I had on, like my blush and my highlight, wore off, but besides that, it looks pretty good, especially after 10 hours. I'm pretty impressed. I'm gonna keep wearing this and I will let you guys know if I have any updates, but for now, I give it a thumbs up, and I would definitely check this out at your local Sephora. Get a sample if you're not ready to make the full commitment. They have 29 shades, so you should be able to find something that will match or that you can make work for you. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe on your way out. Bye. If you're interested in more content that I have on my channel, please feel free to click on either one of these two videos right here. Start a binge session if you want. I don't mind.